Okay. So my topic was left brain versus right brain. So for the left brain versus right brain, it was thought at one point in time that you were either a left brain person or a right brain person, and this had to do, I guess, with personality traits and how you perceive the world. So if you're more of a creative person, sorry, if you're more of a creative person, you were thought to use more of the right hemisphere of your brain, while analytical and logical people use more of the left. And these games pretty much just debunk that and then explain, the theories behind it. So can you be a left brain or a right brain person? So in short, no. Corinne Apicella of the University of Pennsylvania explains that both hemispheres of your brain cannot act independently of one another. They do have to work both at the same time to accomplish any given task. Now, one side may be favored depending on what the activity is, and this has to do more with how much of one side of your body you're using. So, like, say if I'm playing, tennis, I'm right-handed. So if I'm playing tennis, it's going to be more of a left brain activity for me because I'm using my right side. So the left hemisphere of your brain controls the right side of your body, and the right hemisphere of your brain controls the left side of your body. So if I'm swinging a racket, I'm going to be using more of my left brain while I'm trying to pay attention where I'm sending my right hand and also, trying to make that racket make contact with the ball. So the first little set of games, and I'm just going to run through these ones quickly because this was just to debunk the theory. But the first little thing, they had, 3 little spinning wheels with letters on them, and, the wheels were spinning, and you had to come up with, a set number of words as they spun. That was thought to be more of the logical game. This one, where they had the 3 photos, we have, they asked you to figure out words to describe these animals. So, they were like, hopefully you came up with Gulf and Dolphin and Mobster Lobster and Kickin' Chicken. And this was thought to be more of the creative aspect, the creative use of your brain. And the point of these games was to see which one you did better in, and which side of your brain you used the most. But the fact of the matter is most people probably did pretty good at both games because you do use both sides of your brain at all times. So here is the brain game that I wanted to focus on. So I'll go ahead and show this real quick.
Messages from.
Oops, sorry. It's gonna
Raise
take
both hands up in the air like this. With your left hand, draw a circle as fast as you can. Okay, good. Now with your right hand, I want you to draw a square as fast as you can. Now, with your left hand, I want you to draw a circle again, but this time, don't stop. Just keep making circles. When I say go, I want you to draw a square again with your right hand, but keep making circles with your left. Ready? Go. How'd you do? Let me guess. You couldn't do both at once. Well, guess what? Almost no one can. No matter how hard you try.
I feel like I'm crazy.
So why is this so impossible? It's because the 2 halves of your brain are connected.
I can't do it.
But in this case, each half of your brain is giving a different instruction, and it's almost like your left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing.
The motor messages from one hemisphere are confusing the motor messages in the other hemisphere. And the result is this awkward attempt to resolve it. Imagine riding your bike with your legs pedaling in opposite directions. You'd never get anywhere, right? Instead, your left and right hemispheres are designed to work together in harmony, like a team.
Alrighty, so like she said, both sides of your brain are meant to work together. So when you think about it, and this isn't scientific knowledge, this is just the best way that I can think to explain it is, left side of the brain, right side of the body, right side of the brain, left side of the body. So if you are, with your left brain telling your right hand that you want to draw circles, and you're with your right brain telling your left side of your body that you want to draw squares, essentially kind of what happens is both of these ideas or instructions are, crossing over one another in an attempt to make it to either side of the body, and it jumbles up, the instructions get lost, and it's hard to, decipher what the brain wants. So there's just too many instructions being sent out at once. The brain tends to, confuse the signals, which, ends up in people doing, crazy, weird things with their hands to try to, as she said, resolve this issue. And then they go on to explain that the reason why your brain works in, as a whole instead of two separate hemispheres, you have a thick band of neural fibers that sits in between your two hemispheres, and it's called your corpus callosum. They connect the two sides and allow, instructions to commingle and, get to where they need to go. So that is it.